So, do we believe Jeanette or do we believe Kate? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Cruel Summer. Episodes 1 through 4 have already aired. Cruel Summer is a mystery thriller that airs on Freeform at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and then gets put on Hulu the next day, so you can watch it on Freeform or you can watch it on Hulu. It's a very interesting show with kind of like a teen drama, not murder, but teen drama mystery thriller type of show. It's really good, getting the people talking. It's giving this Pretty Little Liars type aspect to the show. You're being, putting your thinking caps on, trying to figure out, what's going on, who's telling the truth, like what's going on, who should I believe. So it's a really interesting show. Before I get right into this video, also, if you guys have been watching The Circle Season 2, the winner has been announced, so I'm kind of glad about who the winner is. So I'm glad The Circle Season 2, that's on Netflix, is really good. Also, if you have not seen my first episode, reaction, go check that out, because if you never saw this show before, you can watch it with me and watch the first episode with me. That's the video before this one. Also, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social medias that are going to be linked below and linked right here. And let's get right into this video. So, the 4th episode of Cruel Summer aired. The 4th episode shows kind of more of Kate's side. It shows that Kate's family is trying to like see how to prepare for Jeanette's, lawyers and how they will be prosecuted, because they're getting sued for defamation of character. We also see that Kate was going to therapy for, her trauma. And we also find and see that Rod has his own daughter, which is Kate's stepsister, Ashley. So Ashley wasn't too keen on Kate, especially Kate's mother, for Joyce. So she kind of just really didn't want to have a relationship with Kate at all. Yeah, so we got the Ashley part. It also shows that in therapy, Mallory was there, and that was in 1994. And Mallory and Kate formed like this type of friendship, basically bonding over their hate towards Jeanette. So they basically became friends because they dislike Jeanette right now. Also, in 94, we see Martin Harris. So this was July 15th. The event takes place on July 15th. So 94 and 93, they have this annual, kind of cabin or camping trip where they like shoot like birds and whatnot in the 90s and stuff like that. And like, the Wallaces have their like own team, their own little group of people. So that goes on these camping trips. So they invited Martin Harris in 1993, and Martin Harris and Kate, were talking, getting to know a little bit about each other's backgrounds a little bit. We find out that Martin Harris's father died from suicide, and he said that he was scared of guns because of that situation. Kate, she's feeling very guilty because she accused Rod, her stepfather, of having an affair, when it turns out that her mother was the real one having the affair. And basically, in the 90s, in a small town, for one, you got to keep up with appearances, and that's what her mom really cares about. So the fact that, and Rod is basically like, I wouldn't say the trophy husband, but basically to Joyce, that's what he is. I think he's like on the city council. He's rich and famous and well known. So if, a divorce scandal gets out, it kind of can ruin their reputation. I feel like from the second or third episode where we find out that it was Joyce who was cheating on Rod, I feel like Kate basically kept that secret to herself, that she was the one cheating, and probably took that with her. That's why in the fourth episode she was like, why doesn't nobody get have consequences for their actions? Because I believe Joyce never got caught for cheating on Rod. I don't think Rod ever knew that she was the one having an affair. And I feel like, Kate probably confronted Joyce about it, or, and, Joyce was like, keep it between them. So, but I feel like Mallory and Kate being friends is very suspect. Very, very suspect. Basically, Kate, I kind of figured that in, I think, what was it? The second episode they showed that. I kind of figured that because Kate saw Jamie and Jeanette kissing, and then as soon as she saw Jamie and Jeanette kissing, that's when she got the courage to come tell the police that, it was Jeanette who saw me in the basement and say nothing, and then she has the necklace. I think the necklace basically is her mom. Jeanette's mom said the necklace was cheap, and it was cheap, and you can find it at the mall. So either you can find the necklace at the mall, Kate probably brought the necklace from the mall, or Mallory stole the necklace, because in this fourth episode, Kate was like, oh, did you find Kate's fingerprints on the necklace? And so she wanted Jeanette to go to jail, because basically then it was either Jeanette definitely threw away the necklace and put it in the trash, and then either Kate or Mallory took it from the trash, basically gave it to Kate to use as evidence, to frame Jeanette. Also in this episode, we see Derek, Jeanette's brother, and Ashley might have a little good friendship. We don't know where that goes, but that's quite nice. Mallory, there is also this letter on Kate's door that says liar. I don't think it's Mallory. It could have been anybody, but knowing Mallory, I don't know. Mallory's kind of sus, so it probably was her, or probably not, but I feel like, anybody could have put liar on that door. Warren Harris, he basically kept her in the basement, then moved her from the basement to somewhere else. And, moved her from the basement and relocated somewhere else. The mirror theory is I'm standing on this mirror theory. I feel like the mirror theory really does come into play. I feel like because the mirror in that basement is very much a key thing in this show. I feel like Kate was probably placed behind the mirror, and maybe Kate and Jeanette said in the third episode, Jeanette said that she usually comes to that house frequently because she has the spare key in her box. So she probably came to that house and then, probably looked in the mirror, and then maybe Kate saw Jeanette, and, that probably might be the truth, that they probably saw each other. But obviously, since Jeanette can't see through the mirror, Jeanette didn't know Kate was there. So that probably can be a very I actually think the mirror theory is pretty solid. I'm kind of with that one. Because I basically was just putting two and two together, so far with what we have. Also, Kate is very sus. The fact that she was I have my story straight, and basically at the campfire when she was telling a story about Annabelle, who is Annabelle for one? Who is Annabelle is really giving me who is A, because the fact that okay, she can't remember who Annabelle is, and Annabelle is actually a real person. I thought Annabelle was just basically Kate, basically with a different name. But Annabelle is probably a real person who was there. Annabelle can probably be another kidnapped person, or probably an the accomplice to, Kate's kidnapping. But Kate really put some, guilt into everybody, because she was like, okay, Joyce, her mom, was the one who invited Martin Harris to that camping trip. So, and you guys were there when Martin Harris was there. You guys are one to blame. The thing is that, I was thinking, like, what are they gonna charge Jeanette with? Like, I kind of figured it was going to be accomplice to kidnapping, because, she knew and she didn't say anything. But what really can you really charge Jeanette with? Like there's really nothing much you can really charge her with, because a lot of these things are not adding up, and you can't really, it's really just he said, she said type of information. So really, it's going to be hard to add up. With the fact that Vincent who basically lied for Jeanette about the multiple times that she went into Martin Harris's house, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna backfire on Jeanette. I mean, but if, they take it to the grave and, not say that she's been back to that house multiple times, we will see. But obviously, Vincent is definitely a writer for Jeanette. Derek, her brother, is still, the fact that Derek is still cordial with her, unlike her father. Her father, I feels like, basically their relationship, they were very tight in 1994 and 1993. But I don't know in 1995 what happened that they're no longer, have that nice mother and father relationship. Also, I want to know what happened with Jeanette's mother. Like, what happened between the family? Like, did this whole, scenario with Kate basically broke up Jeanette's mother with her father? Like, what happened between them that, her Jeanette's mom and dad are, separated and they're no longer together. So that's another thing. Also find out about Ashley, who is Kate's stepsister. Kate in 1993 was trying to explain how she accused Ashley's father, which is Rod, of having an affair on Kate's mom, and kind of take a turn for the worse, because the fact that she would have accused Ashley's father about doing something like that was kind of like, okay, the same way how Kate's mom kind of reacted. But Ashley was like, it was basically your mom. If anyone would cheat, it would be your mom, which is the truth, because Kate's mom, is actually having an affair on Rod. So with that being said, Ashley was already not feeling Kate, for one. So if she's already not feeling Kate, and to bring this situation to Ashley's, concern, Ashley already doesn't want to talk to you, so she's not going to talk to you anymore. So then now in 1994, when Ashley's kind of like trying to be concerned, and trying to be like, okay, we're sisters, like, let's talk about what's going on with you, Kate doesn't want to talk to her, and she's like, oh, you said you were not sisters, and blah, blah, blah. And I can understand, you're kind of frustrated, because she did try to reach out to you, and you turned her down, so now Kate's trying to do the same thing. We find out that Derek and Ashley are kind of friends, and also that the Claire person that, in the last episode, that Jeanette was like, oh, Claire called for you because, or whatever, from college or whatever, is actually Ashley. So the fact that, Derek believes Jeanette, Vincent is going to be riding with Jeanette, because obviously Vincent lied for Jeanette in the last episode, so we have two people basically riding from Jeanette. I don't know what happened between Sydney and Greg, Jeanette's parents, that they're not together anymore. I feel like, this whole situation basically got to their marriage, so that's why they're no longer together, which is like not great for Jeanette. Also, I want to know what's Jamie's role. So Jamie was with Jeanette what was with Kate. Then after she got kidnapped was with Jeanette, and then after Kate got, rescued, he went back with Kate, but then he lied about kissing Jeanette. So, and Kate found out. So what is his role now? Like, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to get back with Jeanette? What's going on? Because I believe Ben, like the first or second episode, was like, you and Jeanette are good for each other or something like that. Because, or like him and Jeanette was a better couple than him and Kate were. So, I don't know what that means. Like, what is going on here? Mallory, I feel like Mallory's definitely a suspect. The fact that you basically, I don't know. I just feel like the only thing that Jeanette did was basically dropped you as friends, or basically grew apart. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think Jeanette was basically aiming to take over Kate's life. I think that in 1993, when she made that wish to become popular and pretty and whatnot, it still happened to be a coincidence. I don't know how that works, but it happened to be a coincidence. I don't think she was basically, trying to seek out Kate's life, and take it over, but it probably was a coincidence that it happened, after she got kidnapped. And I guess Kate is basically looking for revenge. The fact that Kate's motive after seeing Jamie and Jeanette kiss was to go to the police and basically say like, oh, Jeanette was the one to have seen me in the basement and did not say anything. I feel like that's looking for revenge for sure. Like, why would he do that? Also, Mallory, the fact that Mallory's co-signing, what Kate is, I mean, I guess it's because she's her best friend now, which is kind of weird. Like, the person that you hated now is your best friend, but that could happen. Mallory hated Kate without any kind of justification. I don't think so. I mean, unless Kate actually did something to Mallory, then I don't think the hate was warranted to Kate. But, now that she finds out that Kate's actually a pretty decent person, and now that, Jeanette is, like this and that, they have this like a form, form friendship because of that situation. I want to see Jeanette's side of the story, like what's going on here. I feel like Kate got kidnapped towards the end of the summer, because I feel like it's towards the end of the summer, because the fact that these events taking places are very important to the whole situation. With Jeanette, I feel like all the things that they do on the list in 1993 comes into play for sure, because the fact that Jeanette kept the key to Martin Harris's house, and then she kept a stick of weed or whatever, in her jewelry box. I feel like she's gonna keep something from one of their adventures or one of theirs as a memento. But anyway, let me guys know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.